look at one particular area that should be of help, immense help for you to really gain competency in what we're doing. And we'll use the carport design as an example. We will look at, if you have a look at the assignment, revised assignment, you could see that there are two items there that we need to incorporate. One has to do with changing those columns. As we said, there should be a revision class to those columns, and we've been asked to design it as board piers, because you cannot have column supporting column. Either it's a column and a pedestal, and if it is a pedestal, you should have a base for it. So it's cheaper to do it as pier. And we will just look at that. We provide the designs and then the documentations, and then continue with the pricing of the variations. So those are the key agenda for today. And then next week, we'll finalize the billing and pricing. So the expected outputs, if you look at the island folder, look at, I'll show you where those things are. So the dimensioned and annotated plans, sections, and callouts for these items: the board pier layout plan, the board pier typical section through it, the board pier 3D views, one instance, and an integral view, like the one I showed you at the cover slide here. And then we'll also look at the rebar schedule and then do quantity extraction. So we will start with the entry floor plan. We need to clone it again, and we will take a call out on the plan, call out of the entry carport on entry level. We'll get to that. I'm just giving you an overview of what we need to do. Then we'll go and start doing them, so you have an idea about the scope that we intend to cover. So on that floor plan, we will take this kind of call out just to isolate only the carport area with the piers. I mean the board pier. What is currently as designated as columns, we're going to change those to board pier, and then provide the dimensions, as we always say, overall, horizontal, overall, vertical dimensions. And we're interested in the grid lines that intersect with those piers. We're not interested in other aspects. The essence of including those piles and the carports that interface them is just to help to put them in context in relation with the rest of the building, but they are not relevant. What is of relevance is the plan layout of those board piers, and we're going to do in the annotations just like we have here. And so isolated call-out view of the piers at the entry carport is what we start with, and then we will try to put all those reinforcing design as well as the casting holding down boats. All right, so after that, we take a section through one of the columns, one of the piers, and then also another vertical sections. And that will help us to have something like this. And we will then isolate and provide a view like this, because if quantity surveyors were to have the skills of designers, they will not have problems interpreting drawings. We will know exactly what we're asked to measure, and we can also communicate those details, have a trail to show where our figures are coming from. So having kind of displays like this with annotations will help to justify the figures that we're bringing up with. So we also have to have a cross section through it, and obviously have this full view 3D view with the isolated 3D view of with the isolated board piers that we're interested in. And possibly we may have to have a 3D view of the integral, isolating. Well, this is not actually relevant, but this is for the piers and the pie caps, giving more visual definition. But what we are interested, what will be the hallmark of our meeting today is the rebar schedule, which we use to extract the quantities of those rebars without doing any takeoff, and also present a bar bending schedule for steel fixers, to provide the reinforcement cages, for those piers. And we may not go into the design of the piles one. You might do that an extra mile if you wish, but it's not needed. And you provide the whole thing on one A0 sheet. So in that A0 sheet, you give the overall picture in that 3D at the upper right side, and then a plan area by the left, and then those isolated instances, because there's only one type of pier, which is 750 diameter pier, and our pricing shows that it's going to be a cast in place reinforced concrete board pier. So here we've provided all the details about it and provided visually as well, so we can support our quantities with those documentation. All right, so let's just go and start that. So if you have your Revit already opened, we will delve to entry level. You can start doing it before my own. I don't know how long mine is going to take to start. Might have to restart it 3 times, except if the problem solver is going to help me. All right, so get to the entry level. I know we've had several instances of duplicating with details. You still have to do it again. So the entry level, duplicate it with detail, and then remain the duplicate as entry level board pier. Or let me tell you what will guide you and what you need to also download to make life easier. So you don't need to type anything. You just copy and then paste into text boxes for annotation. If you go to Island site, see. If you go to there's a folder called Assignment 2 Exemplars. Is below the reference stroke resources folder. So this provides all the documentation that we need for these assignments, whereby if you're able to complete them, you should be proud of yourself that you have gained high proficiency into digital takeoff, and you do not do digital takeoff and provide quantities and think you've done your job, but you must provide trails, of the documentations that justify what you're doing. So somebody might ask you, where did you come up with, where did these figures come from? So that is what ISO 9001 demands, that you provide trails of what you're doing for somebody else to have a look. And the person may not have the knowledge of Revit, but the 2D documentation. So here you could see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 7 drawings that will be required for the whole assignment. But what we're interested in now will be the board piers. So we will name that isolated carport plan view as S-3.21 or whatever yours, because yours might be different. Yours might be 3.9 or whatever. So board, piers, and details at entry carport. So that's the detail on that sheet that I showed you. And always remember to put your initials and put a short title, because if you don't put a short title, this will overrun. There's a way to adjust this thing, but it's not necessary. They always want to keep the title short. And then these annotations. Now, what we have to be careful about is this is on a scale of 1:10. All these ones are a scale of 1:10. And this one is on a scale of, you may have to remind me to provide its scales. Yeah, we should provide the scale of which this thing is designed. We just need to indicate a scale, but this 1:10. This one is 1:50, then this might be 1:100. I'll verify. So we provide this kind of outputs. And if you check the other one as well, we already have this place. Yeah, we will then have the rebar schedule. So this rebar schedule to also have that downloaded and ready, just shrink it, because we want to look at these columns as the fields that we need to provide in rebar schedule to populate the necessary aspects of our bar bending schedule. We go through that. And the other one too. No, I think that's all. That's all. So once again, the first document there, board piers and details, and the fifth one, rebar schedule, because this is how we will name those the rebar schedule A0 sheet that we want to submit. Now, these other ones might guide you. If what you've done so far do not tally with this, you may have to make those adjustments to align with this. One aspect that I might give you guys more feedback if necessary is the raft slab. The raft slab isolated plan view. If you're, let me just have a copy downloaded so you can have a full view. The raft slab, to be able to trail the raft slab to isolate the pie caps, because they're not inclusive of the pie cap. The outline of the raft slab, especially at the top right and also the bottom left, it goes like that, but we need to isolate where the pie caps are, because there's supposed to be a 10mm isolation joint there. I don't think all of you, I think many of you struggle to get this one right. This one is fine.
It wouldn't let us because it was like, because they were intersecting the outline of the slab. So any intersecting one I just left.
Good. I intentionally did not do that because I wanted the problem solver to help everybody. Now the problem solver is the one doing it, then I'm afraid. Now, don't forget that you guys, whenever you are in a lecture, don't depend on your learning from just what you get from that individual. It's just a kind of an appetizer for you to make further inquiries to hone your skills, because this is skill of the future. So since the problem solver has flagged it, I think I'll let you guys know that. Okay. Possibly I might just do that quickly. Can we just quickly do that? Just one aspect, then you carry on with the rest. Okay. So in that case, first of all, get this one downloaded so you can have an idea about what we expect as the annotations and also how to get this thing up. So let's just do that. Yes, I think, have I told you before that if you're making submission for this, any submission you're making in Revit, please always avoid these ones that has a 0.00 whatever. Look at the main file. This is the main file. These are duplicate files. This do have problems if you download this. So this is always what you need to submit. And it's only one file that we need. We don't need two files of Revit. So just note that, because whenever you save a file, it clones that saving to retain any foreign family that you use to design it. That's actually what it serves. All right, so here, let's come back to entry level. So if you click on the entry level and right click, as we all know, and choose duplicate views with detailing. And now within this view, if you can try to isolate the concrete, named as raft slab. Is anybody still having the floor? Let's come to the outline here, 2-bit floor. If you have this floor, if yours is still reading something different, because it's now on a cloned copy, we will, oh yeah, if yours is not reading raft slab underscore var 01. This var 01 is one way of indicating that this is a variation from the original one. So if yours doesn't have this, if it doesn't have this naming for that floor, then you better do it now. How many of you have, when this entry floor is isolated and cloned, do you have SB underscore lev 0 underscore 300 hyphen thick THK? underscore 25 MPa underscore raft hyphen slab underscore var hyphen 01. Do you have that?
I don't have the bar 01.
Yeah, it's always good to, if I will suggest that any of these variations that we're talking about, like in the substructure, we mentioned X number of variations to the original design. Whenever you clone and you are documenting that aspect, always put underscore var 01. So with that, somebody can associate what was there before and see what the variations are. So it's a good practice to do. All right. So if you
just go edit type rename or something.
say that again.
Do we just go edit type rename?
Oh yes. So yeah. So because make sure you already have a clone copy before you do that. So then you go to edit type, and then whatever it is there, you duplicate and rename. It's better to duplicate just in case, because if you rename this, it might still rename whatever you had before. So you duplicate, and then the new name now will be what I've just told you, SB underscore lev 0 underscore 300 hyphen THK for short, for thick, underscore 25 MPa underscore raft hyphen slab underscore var hyphen 01. It may not be clear from this side, but I think you guys have good eyesight. Can you see this from? Oh, is it one of us? No. Oh no. Okay. How are you? Don't worry. You can continue. All right. So that's the way we want to name it, and nothing changes. Because the specification of that concrete has been 25 MPa, except if you see here your concrete is doing something different. But we don't care. We're not construction engineers. So that's all that we need to do. And then we say, okay. Now that will be reflecting there. And we'll also try to rename this copy, right click on that copy and rename it as entry level underscore isolated plan underscore raft slab underscore var 01. The naming here is a little bit different from the naming here. The naming here is to associate it with the element where it belongs, but the naming here is to associate the level, the plan level where you can find that. So this start with entry level underscore isolated plan underscore raft slab underscore var 01. This one doesn't necessarily require making sure that there is no space. This is where you have to make sure there is no space in between your reckon. So this one, if you might have the spacing as I have it here or have it differently, but make sure you're identifying it as entry level and it's isolated plan, it's raft slab, and this is a variation to what we already had. So that's what you name it. Okay, I've already named that, so I will just leave my own as copy. Yours must be renamed to align with what I've just told you now, entry level, isolated plan underscore raft slab. Wow. So here, if I click on this outline, I'm sure you have your outline covering everything here, isn't it? So what I want you to do is you go to the edit boundary. Can you see that? Okay. So edit boundary, and then it shows, oh, okay, I've already done mine. So what yours was like this before. Let me just remove this, I'll just, for instance, here, yours was just like this, isn't it? Okay, and let me also remove this. I removed it, remove this, possibly remove this. Don't follow me to do it. I just want to get you an example of how you can navigate here. I just use trim and extend, click. So I click this and I click this. So this is how your own is appearing there, isn't it? Okay, so now to get that isolation done, what you need to do is you have to take another line, click here, use the line tool, okay, and you that's actually quite tricky. Now let's track from here, from this side, click here. When it shows that X, that means it's at that intersection, click, and then bring it to here. When it shows the pink, when it shows the pink box, click. And then you go up there, anywhere, just, you don't need to touch this. Or even if you touch it, that's fine. Click, escape, escape. Now, what we've done now means that we can trim this side out and trim this side out. So if you put this line here and then this line here, have you done that? Okay, now we will use this this trim and extend. So when you click it, don't do any clicking. I just want to explain to you the principle there. If you hover over at the bottom left, can somebody read the bottom left? When you click this trim, can you read what it's saying there?
Select the first line of wall to trim / extend.
So the first line to trim and extend is this one here. And then when you click on this line, what's the next one?
Click on the part you want to trim.
Select the second line or wall to trim, isn't it? Okay, so the second line to trim is this one here. So then it trims that side off. So where you want to return after clicking the first one, where you want to return is the place that you need to click after that. All right, so that trims that side off. Now this side too. Now can somebody tell me, I want to trim this one off, but I want to return this, I want to return this. So with this, can you see the icon is still showing with it, the arrow and that corner kind of indication. So which one do I, if I want to trim this one off, which one do I need to click first?
New one.
The new one, this one here? Yeah. Okay, and then which other one do I need to click?
The line that we want to get rid of at the top.
Underneath, no, if you click this one, this one deletes. Oh, okay. So it's the one that you want to return. I want to return this side. That's the next one to click. So it takes that one off. Oh, yeah. So remember that principle. And then, did you succeed in doing this here? Did you? You all got that? Did anybody have a problem with that? Okay, so now when it comes to this side, this one is a little bit tricky. It's a little bit tricky in the sense that when you draw a line around this area, you cannot use this trim and extend. What we need to do is, first of all, to separate this line. Okay, so do escape, escape to stop the function of the trim and extend. Escape, escape twice. And then what we need to do is to use one of these tools. But the one to the right says split with a gap. I think it's better to use a split with a gap because it will make a clear gap that we can identify. So click on this, the second one. Actually, if you hover over it, it provides a video that tells you how that is done. You know? So that's one good about Revit. All right. If you hover over the other one too, give it some time. It provides a kind of a video that tells you how that is done. All right. So let's take this other aspect. So when I click on this aspect, now what I want to do is to this line to divide it first before doing trim and extend. Because if you don't, by the time you click here and click here, then this other one leaves and you want this line. So first of all, you need to click anywhere. Click on this line to divide it. Let me see whether it's divided. No, I wasn't successful. So I need to do it again. Click and bring it to that line, anywhere on that line, and click. Oh yeah. Can you see when you hover the mouse over it, when it shows you a blood line, that's okay, it's not working for me. If it works for you, fine. Maybe my eyesight is not too good. Let me use the left one. I'll use the left one, and then I can click there. And it doesn't show that there has been a division. But when you click on one side, can you see? And then click on the other side. So it has split it into two lines. So what it means, you can click here and then drag one end away. So you start seeing that, that split, right? So it has separated that line into two. I don't know why my other one did not. Did this first one, did it work for you? Any of them works. So any of them can work. So this one is what I used. All right, so I'll split that line. Yeah, what I want to do is, because this is a pile and I need to isolate here, here, and there. So I will use the line tool, follow the outline of that. Oh, did I tell you that you need to provide 10 mil gap? So what you need to do is when you take, sorry, escape, use this line tool here, this line, pick a line, pick the line option. You know, I'm making isolations when we're doing this, isn't it? So the same principle works now. If I pick the line option, then I'll provide an offset of, I think we are using 10 millimeter offset, isn't it? Or 20, I can't remember. Well, for the, yeah, 10. So you just type 10 there. And we want to provide that line to be outside, to the left. Like when you hover the mouse, just like this, when you bring it like this, it's providing that offset to the right. But when you bring it like this, you can see the dotted line is to the left. So make sure the dotted line is to the left and then you click. So it has provided a line that is at an offset of 10 millimeter. You can actually verify that but don't follow me to do this. If I do that, a clip, so I have a 10 mil there. So, so let me remove it. All right. So I have an offset there, and I will also do the same around here as well. So I'll click, use the pick line again and put an offset of 10. And to this side, I want to make sure that the dotted line is outside. Actually, if you bring it to the downside, you could see the outline, the dotted line will show left to the bottom side. And then here too, I'll take it to the right side. So the dotted line is to the right, so you click. So I have a 10 mil offset all around it. And I'll click. It might actually go ahead and provide, because I didn't do it here, so I might do that as well. Right, escape. Having done that, I will select the previous one that I did, which was tight, I'll select that and delete it. And this other one, I will select and delete it. So I have an offset there now. And then I can start my trimming again. So I will click on this trim and extend. Then I will click on this side and I'll click on this side that is trimmed with a 10 mil gap there. And here too, there's no trimming here. It's already trimmed. I want to trim this one off, so I need to click here and click here. So that is trimmed. So I have a 10 mil isolation joint around this, and the same thing needs to be repeated here. I think I already have the 10 mil isolation joint there. So I will trim this side and I will trim this side. So that's offset. And because I've broken the line, if I didn't break the line, when I click here, then all this line, the line to the left would have all gone. But because it's broken, so this side is still retained. So when I come to this side again, I want to retain this side. I want to retain this one. So that is trimmed with 10 mil gap. This already has a 10 mil gap. All right. So this one is tricky in the sense that it's just a very, very small gap there. But that gap is needed for you to have a dowel bar when they finish this. They put some dowel. One end is made free. There's a way they do it so that there could be slight separation. But just make sure you have 10 mil gap isolated using this principle all around your pier cap. All right. Now this side, you can do it the way you did it before. Like before, what we had was like, if I click escape, now what we had before was there's a line here, which was somewhere here. I think it was even overlapping with the other line. There was a line like that. And so we had one here, and then we also had another one here. Sorry. Don't follow me. I just want to come back to where you guys were. So I still. All right. You had the initial isolation this way, isn't it? Because you were copying this and bringing it here. And what I want you to do is when you click on the separation lines there, just maybe this separation line, click it, and then this other one, click it. So there's no more separation line there. And then you delete one of these lines here and delete one of these lines. Now you can use the trim and extend line there, click, and then click this one, and click this one, it's going to be extended, click, it's going to be extended. So do the same for those ones that is just for the 3, 1, 2. I think there's one other one. Okay, only two combined foundation. I mean combined pie caps. Because even if you leave it the way it is, it's not going to affect much, the quantity of the isolated raft slab. But it's better to do it this way because it's easier when they are doing the casting of the concrete. Then they can maintain that isolation joint, when they want to, when they cast the pie caps. Right. Here too, I think you need to do that as well here for the two pie caps that are close to each other. You might use the same principle to do it for those ones. And even if you don't do it, it's not going to take so much marks away from you. But this one, they are too far away, so you might maintain this one. But the other one, I think they were too close. Again, those quantities are not too significant. So if you want to do them, fine. If you don't want to do them, it's not going to take. Maybe I'll just pinch only half mark from your whatever. So, but it's good to learn how to do these things. All right, so I've isolated this one, and I will leave you now to isolate the rest. Okay, so do that afterwards. You don't do it now because we want to go on with other things. Just see how we've isolated this part, and download this this file from Island to guide you how you isolate the rest of the part. All right. And when you finish, then you tick this green box, and it might tell you one or more dimension references are to become invalid. Say delete dimensions. So when you delete the dimensions, look at what dimension they have that's deleted, because that dimension means that something that you have dimension before are separate entities. When they are joined, that dimension is deleted. So look at that plan and see what dimension that has been removed. I think it should be the one that shows RAF slab isolated here. RAF slab isolated view. So see, I think it might be some of these dimensions. Sorry. Might be these ones here. So as I said, please, can you do that? You have up to Friday next week to make the submission. So just finish this one at your spare time. Let's go on with other things, because this is not what we want to do today. All right. So can you just stop doing that now, and let's go back to the cloned level. And sorry, if you are doing this adjustment in the clone level, you reserve it for your RAF slab. Okay. So you have to clone another entry level. Okay, you might still, if your cloned entry level doesn't have this, then I would suggest that the cloned version that you want to have as a RAF slab, you keep it still, but clone another one, because in that RAF slab one, you have to remove all this. Look at how we have isolated stuff in that RAF slab. Let me just see if I can bring it again. Exemplar documents file. Can you see the RAF slab? We did not provide anything here about the carport. So if you want to, I would say, make those adjustments that you just did now on this one that you've already isolated. The only thing is that your outline goes straight. So that's where you need to do what we're doing. So if you've done it in that isolated entry plan that still has the carport, whatever, then leave it the way it is. And when you go home, then you practice what we've done in your own isolated RAF slab. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand that?
If we don't have the carport, what if we do have the carport? I've got the carport.
I think you guys have done this before, isn't it? Last 2 weeks or last week, you have isolated this RAF slab, isn't it? But when I asked you to clone another new entry level, we wanted to use it to get this part out. Now, I would have told you to not do this isolation here. I wanted you to do it in the one that you were doing, the isolated RAF slab that you were doing last week. That's where you should be doing it, because that one is cleaned up already. The only problem you had was this was continuous.
Yeah.
All right. So I would say when you get home, use the skill that we've expanded using the copy that I have on Island to guide you to know how you can trim this part. Is that okay?
I trimmed it on the copy that I made, but my original one is adjusted as well now.
Did you?
Like, oh no, it's not.
It shouldn't be, but
Maybe it's just because
if it is, if you rename them differently to not,
It looks like it's this is the
this is the one that you want to submit, isn't it?
well. I just
Let me see if, does it have the carport side to it?
uh,
So it has a carport. So don't you have an isolated
isolated
raft?
plan
Yeah.
isolated
Yeah.
slab maybe. So,
Okay. The thing is, you've not fully isolated your raft slab. Can you just shrink it to the side? Yeah. In isolated raft slab, we still don't want to be seeing all these things. Though even if you leave it there, it doesn't matter. But
is it one of the other ones? I've got heaps now.
yes. So the isolated raft slab should look something like this because it's just the raft slab, no noise there. So
Yeah.
people can easily. So that means that if this is what you want to retain, then you select these ones and hide them, not delete.
Okay.
You understand? But that is in the part that you want to have as.
But this one?
Yeah, so this one looks clean, isn't it?
But I just need to isolate the slab.
Good, good. This is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah. So this is where you come to do that isolation. Have you done any isolation yet? So now, so this is where you do your isolation.
Yeah, because it looks like it's updated, like the edge of the slab has it, because it's going around.
Okay, let me click on it. Oh, good. You've done this part. What about the other part? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. So you just continue with that to the other side. Okay, this side hasn't been isolated. Okay. It might look isolated, but it may not. Like, say, for instance, if I take a section, where is the section line now? Here. If I take a section through, oh, this looks isolated, actually.
Yeah.
It looks isolated. So, how do I verify that now? Okay, if I good, you have isolation there. That's good. Let me remove that as well. Delete. So just want to delete this. Yeah, delete. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Whatever be the case, you now know how to do the isolation.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
what I want you to get, maybe clone an entry level that has this thing there, the carport there. This one shouldn't have.
So a version of this.
Yeah.
With the,
no, a version of the entry plan, because where is it?
this is the one that I cloned. This variation.
This one.
Yeah, but it's got yeah.
This one here.
That's one I just did today.
Good. So this is where we want to be now for us to do our. All right. So what I want you guys to do is please use this as a guide in your raft slab isolation and your annotation. And you see how we've done all the dimensions. And it's also good for you to use the font sizes that are clear for those people on site to be able to set this thing out. Like overall dimensions, you could see when you, oh, I cannot click it here. Maybe let me bring Revit. It is about, I did it with about 9. Let me see my raft slab. Yeah. If you see here, I did it with a font size of 7.5. And yeah, 7.5 at least. And if I want to show this other dimension, which I should have shown, because the one that I provided on our line set has this dimension. We want just to have an instance of 3 instances. One is a dimension of 2000 by 2000, a dimension of 1800 by 800, and a dimension of this other long ones. So I just use annotate, aligned, and get this dimension. Okay, this is 3840. Yours might be different. Again, and whenever you're dimensioning, make sure everything is aligned. It looks professional. Instead of putting this one this way, this one, this other one, then have this instance, and I'm doing it with 5.5. Okay. But it doesn't matter. If it looks good to you, it's just okay. You don't need to dimension all of them. Just one instance. Like this is 2020. So that might be the same across. You just dimension one instance of that. And if they become too squinty, then this side, escape, select this and use the next lower line, maybe 3.5, even 2.5. No, that's too small. Maybe 3 mm aerial. Yeah, okay, yeah, 3 because that will leave this 622 unhindered. And whenever you're doing any dimension, please, can you limit the line so it doesn't touch our designs? Yeah. Another way is to click on the one that is there, but yeah, so this is 220, 220. All these ones are 220, so you just have one instance of 220, except when you have something that is different, you provide the dimensions. Like here too, this one needs a different dimension. I will say, download this thing from the island site and try to do what you have there. So you might go the extra mile of dimensioning, because this dimension has to be given to make it easier for somebody who is doing a takeoff to say, when you've taken the whole area, then you say deduct this. So you can easily pick up these dimensions without doing any side casting. We just want to make life easier for our fellow quantity surveyors who want to use the drawings to do the takeoff. Now, please, can I ask you, can you just leave all those ones? They don't really matter much, okay? It's only 1 or 2 marks. But the key thing that we want to accomplish, the key thing that we want to accomplish is this. Let me stop this noise. Do I delete this thing? Yeah. So the key knowledge area is to be able to get that bending schedule and to take off reinforcement. One of the major nightmares of quantity surveyor is to take off reinforcing steel. It's a very time-consuming aspect, but if you can easily take those drawings, get it to Revit, and design those reinforcing steel according to the specification there, you can easily extract within seconds, right? So I want you to leave whatever you're doing now, go back to that entry level. If you've not cloned that already, have a clone copy of the entry level. Don't work on the entry level, always clone. If you go to the entry level, then you clone it. I have cloned it. I have a copy here, which I just want to work on. Actually, it doesn't matter much, but let me still have a clone copy of this. And what I want to do here is to just have a section, a call out around this area. So I'll just go to view, call out is in the view section, and the pull down the menu for callout, I will take the first one, which is the rectangular callout. All right, so the rectangular callout, and in taking this callout, I'm interested in having only a callout that will show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. Maybe given this grid line, because it's also, I'm interested in grid lines, so I need to include this grid line as well. So I might start taking that call out from here. Yeah, why not? Yeah, just here is okay. Click and drag to the other side. So even if it covers the pile caps of the main building, that helps to put it in context. So click somewhere here. And then
call out button again. It's a view.
So that, yeah, view.
Call out. Yeah.
View. The call out is the first one, rectangular. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then when you have got that call out, try to bring the head to a place. Drag the head to a place where it's going to be easily identified on this the head, not this one, the one that is in tangent, with the circle. That's the one you drag and bring it. Architects and structural engineers like to keep it at a bevel. That makes it to stand out, so you're not confused with this. All right, so that call out, we now right click on it. Bless you. We now right click on it and then go to view. All right. So this is a call out that we want to use as what I've just provided for you as the isolated view of the ball pier details. Like this is what we want to provide here, this side. So we want to provide, I don't know, I can't select it. We want to have this kind of thing. So if you have this exemplar document on Island downloaded, then you will know what we want to return there. We want to return the grid lines that cross those piers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here 2, here, and here. And we're not interested in this part, and we're not dimensioning them, but we want to dimension between the piers and possibly give like from where this aligns with the other grid line. It's good to indicate that as well, because that helps in set out. So that's what we did there. And the other thing was to also provide the grid line intervals and then the overall from this side to this side. What I've not done is to what I've not done in this drawing, which you can do, is to provide an overall from here to here. So provide an overall here. So we have individual, and then we have the overall. You don't need to do it here because the one at the top. And make sure that the grid lines are showing. Okay. And when we come back, we're going to have some annotations. So if you have this drawing open somewhere, we will make some annotations. I might even copy mine now to use it for annotation over there. If I copy this, copy, and then I will go to this place. I might just provide that copy now so I don't forget. To do that, I need to click on this, If yours is not showing, obviously, the crop region, when we finish all the dimensions and we've got it tight, then we remove the borders. So with this clicked, I just want to come to the center of this annotation crop and drag it very far and very wide, and then use my text box. That's if you have copied with me. If not, you may have to type. So I will go to annotate. I'll take the text box. Now I don't want to use, okay, your text box should be very, very bold. Maybe 9, or maybe 9 is too, what do you guys reckon we should use? Let's say use 7. Do you guys have 7 or 7.5 area? Okay. Now, in terms of the scale that we want to use, we'll come back to that later on. Now, I will start, I'll place my cursor here and then Control V if I've already, if you have already copied, or else you type 750 mm diameter, 40 MPa, reinforced cast institute board pier, 2.5 meters deep. So with this here, I just want to dimension something that is located at this point. I may have to, first of all, within this annotation, when I click on that annotation line, I might use this option here for my lead lines. Oh, sorry, escape, sorry. When I'm here, sorry, with this selected now, this is where I need to click on this A plus to the left. Now, I will drag the tip to one of these columns, column, maybe somewhere here. And yeah, that would be fine. Or else you may just use this kind of cabin. Make sure this place is flat. The middle one, make sure it's flat. And then it leads to this without making so much obstruction with the actual joints. All right. What else are we saying now? So that's that first thing that we want to do. And let me see how the other one looks as well. So I have, now I will also have all these annotations there, board pier built up of. So you also, now this is in a different file, just copy them individually because it's on a different text box. Okay, I just have to leave out that B because it's trying to select something else. Then I will still use this one here and hold on Control, drag it down. Now, because I want to use this text box, I want to remove this line. So I'll just see the red one there. It removes the red line. And then I could select and then Control B. First of all, I start typing B. Board pier built up of, because I want to use this as a heading. So this is the one that I make bold and possibly underline. Then I could also use the first one again, hold on Control, drag it down. Click here again and use this red icon to remove that lettering and go back to here. This is CAS Institute. Copy. You see, when you are typing this thing, when you are copying off there, let me see. Let me first of all duplicate these ones. Click and click this, and then hold on Control, because I want to use this to be text box hold places for. Okay. No, that one is not necessary. Just the reinforcing still that I just want to copy. Now, when you want to copy this, at times it doesn't allow you to copy what like the hyphen there. So it's something that you need to type differently. So actually, I don't need this one. So I just delete it. And this is the one that I need. Just click on it and bring it up a little bit. Then select the text there and then Control V. I could put the hyphen there. And also here, put a hyphen there. Okay. So with this, I could clone it again, hold on Control, drag down, and go to the last one, Control C, and paste it there. Just put a hyphen there. Okay. Now, am I just am I select all of them? Am I just move them a little bit up? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. This is just okay. And what else? Now, because we don't want to see too much unnecessary annotations here, we don't like to see this. So right click and hide in view elements. All those hide in view elements. Hide in view elements. Hide in view elements. Any other section line that you have there, I don't think they're necessary at this stage. So you need to hide them in view, not delete. So make it clean. So what we are seeing, just only the grid lines, and make sure the grid lines are displaying. When you click on the grid line, click this box there to make sure it's continually showing. This one too. We may not be, these ones are not too critical. I actually don't want to see them here because they might be interfering with, put them on one side so you can see the grid lines there. Vertically, we've already got them in place. So just one line is just fine. And that means that I could bring this thing tighter because it's going to enter into an A0 that have many other drawings. So we just need to make things tighter. This one too, I just need to hide this section. There's a sectional view that we might return just in case that is a section that goes through this box. So if you don't have a section on a section line on grid line E, I think you may have to do that. And we said that we don't want this section line to overlap the grid line. So the best thing to do there is to um, when you hover the mouse, because the same line is overlain by two functional annotations. So when you hover your mouse on that line, when it shows detail view, detail, and you use tab again, it will toggle to see how many lines are overlain there. Tab, grid. So when it shows grid, you now know the outline of which one is grid. And then go back again, tab. Then if it shows views, so click on it, and that's the one you need to drag away from the grid because we don't want it to interfere with the grid. Always use this to not let your view lines to intersect with the grid lines because they are drawn across the grid line for people. So you have the center line of this because the grid lines are taking out the center line of the board piers. And when that happens, you try to break that grid line, find where the other one is. It's from here. So find where that wiggle is. Do some eyeball it from here to here. It should be at the center line of that. So it's somewhere. No, I can't see it. Yeah, it's somewhere here for me. I don't know where yours is. So when you click on that, it tries to separate it. So take it away to this side and the other side to take it away above, beyond the grid line, the grid line annotation. It might still point into the grid line, but they shouldn't cross the grid line. All right, and now I have some other things here. I don't know what this one is. File, view, I don't. Oh yeah, sorry. This one is important. What we want to do is, after taking off these other grid lines, it's like I have too many of these here. I just want to have one section here and one vertical section across one of the piers. So this one is not too critical. Wherever it is, I will say hide in view element. Okay, so I still have a section line there, but it's not interfering with my grid line. Okay, when that is completed, there is a grid line that you don't tamper with. This one, still leave it as grid line 0.25. And the other side too, you might click it again, say grid line 0.25. Now, what I want you to do is, please, can we all use this one as our seed, what they so-called seed? Seed in the sense that you want to do your design only in one pile, one board pier, and then copy it across to the rest. That is better than trying to redo designs all over again. So what I want you guys to do is, for this bottom left, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This bottom left here, the one at the intersection of grid line E and grid line, I don't know what that grid line is there, grid line 0.5. This is the one that everybody should work on. Now, what I want you to do is you take a section line, this section line, and just draw a short section from maybe from here to somewhere. I don't know. And make sure you're leaving make sure when you're dragging, expanding the section line that you're following the double pink line. If not, it's going to get skewed. So provide a section line there, and also vertically. Make sure that that section line is aligned with the grid line, because that is going to make it to cross to the center line. So also put a vertical section line. This is critical. Before we proceed, I just want to come around and make sure that you guys have done it, because if you miss this part, we will not get a complete alignment of our reinforcing and the other things that we want to put in there. I just want to see, is anybody struggling with that? Yeah, yeah. So we're interested in this, and this one here, this one here. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. So this, your grid line here, you just break it. Oh, it's already broken. It's not interfering. Now just take another section line. We're interested in, yeah, this one here. So start drawing. So from here, along this double pink line, drop it here. And also take a vertical line. Another section line vertically. Say from here vertically to here. It's okay. So you have those two sections now. Escape now. All right. Yeah. Olivia, did you get that right? Wonderful. You have to two. Yeah, perfectly. Yeah. The Prime Minister got it right. That's good. The problem solver, I should be asking you to come and see my. I know you don't have any. Okay. Have you indicated? Have you put the two grid lines? I mean section lines on that E and 0.5. Yeah. So this one here. This is the one that we want to focus on. Have you put one section line and one section line below? If these section lines are there before, is this a section line that you put now, or they were there before? They will right click it and hide it, hide in view element, because there might be a function, there might be a purpose for those grid lines, but we don't want to see them here. Okay, actually, we want to see only one. Can you say, they do Control Z, Control Z? Yeah, Control Z. Let's return one, okay? But make sure that it's not obstructing. Oh yeah, it's already, yeah, good. So we have to have another section line. Click here, and we're interested in this one. So I'll draw one section line, say from here, following double pink line, drop it here, and also vertically, get another section line, say somewhere here, follow double pink line and drop it. Okay, so escape. So we have those two section lines. All right. Okay, now you got that. Yeah, that's good. Wonderful. All right. So what we want to do now is we want to, when you zoom here, let me just remove what was there before. Okay, when you come here, you can see when you click here, it is telling you that's a universal column, isn't it? Is that so? It's telling you see universal column. So is that what yours is saying?
Click on the H of the H.
Yeah, the H. Yeah, this column.
Yeah.
Okay, so that column, right click on it and say select all instances. Okay, all in view, and come here, edit type. Before we do the edit type, let's see what we call that column on the board here. One of these isolated view. So we want to call it still stanchion. Say universal column. Oh yeah, I think this one is just fine. Universal column UC. Yeah, so we just want to give it this title. So if you copy this title and then you go to what, instead of UC, we want to say duplicate and now give it that name. Control V. Oh, what happened there? I didn't copy well, sorry. Universal column UC.
I think it works because it's on another line. I just typed mine.
Oh, really? Okay, then you have to type it. We have to type it as universal, or possibly I may have to do duplicate and then start with that one. Maybe here, universal column. UC. Yeah. Now, because this is a type parameter, we don't want to see any gap. So universal column between universal and column, I just put a hyphen. Universal column underscore UC. Yeah, then remove the two there. So okay. And we don't need to make any adjustment here. So okay. All right. So that has been settled. Now what we want to do is we will select this the column. Try to make a selection of the column. Like if you hover over it and it's telling you structural, no, not the structural connection. We haven't put the structural connection. I just want you to put your cursor there and use a tab until you see M column something. Until you see, if you see M round column, all right? If you get that round column, right click on it and then say select all instances. You can even select entire project, but let's say all in view, and then make sure that you have seven of them selected. At times, you may not see that they are selected until you hover over it. Then it's kind of crazy how it does at times. Like this one is selected, but it will not show. Just know that it's selected. Okay. Okay. So when that is selected, then we're going to call it edit type. and duplicate. And we want to title it 750 hyphen DIA for diameter. Dia underscore board pier. Or you just copy and paste here. I think we already have, I don't know, somewhere here we have. Okay, maybe it's not.
Jasper,
Yeah.
after we finish this, should we go to?
Okay, yeah. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Okay, just type what we have here. 750 hyphen DIA underscore board, BORED hyphen PIERS for piers underscore carport. Okay. So that carport shows where it is, and then you say, okay, all right. The name, okay. So that's what you name it, and that's just okay. And all of them will bear that name. Now, what we want to do quickly is we want to provide the reinforcing steel to, remember we are focusing on this one. We want to provide the reinforcing steel, and can I ask you to go to structures? Can you see the structures here? Structure tab. Click on structure tab and go to rebar, or before you put that rebar, sorry, let's try to select again. When you get the column again, select one instance and say right click and select all visible in view, and then come back again to structure. And now this time around we are taking the cover. Can you see the cover? Here. Click on it, save, and it wants you to provide a cover to it. We will do that one of two ways. I think the best way is to come to this cover setting. Can you see the cover setting here? Click on this wriggle. There's a wriggle there that you click and it brings out a cover settings. And we are choosing the 50 cover, this one here. So 50 cover, and say okay. All right. And if you do that, hover over it until you see the column place. So it has placed that cover there. And you want to verify that by selecting that column again. When you select the column, not the connection. I don't think you guys have the connection. Yeah, please, when you select them, just come here, come to the rebar cover, because at times it doesn't select automatically, and choose the 50, just write 50, 50. When you pull it down here, you select the one that has 50 there, and also the other one too, all faces 50. Unfortunately, they couldn't do for all of them. I wanted to do it at once. And then when we come back, we'll continue with the rest. So you select the column again. And when you select, when you selected there and it's showing us column, not anything else, they will show you the cover too. And you select 50-50 cover for all those 7 columns. All right, let's go for break. So how many minutes? 15? All right. Okay, let's have 15-minute break and then we'll continue. Yeah.
mine selected. I don't have the structure.
No, don't worry, we'll not put the structure. I didn't put the structure first
Yeah, but
until we have this column set up. So you got the column set up. It's not showing us column. So it's selecting something different. Yeah, so that's a random column. Okay, so it should be showing here.
yeah,
So what we want to do, let me see if these other ones are working too. Yeah, all of them are 750. Let me see the one. Now, if I select one instance of this, instance, should be able to go to structure, go to cover, and set it here. Choose 50 for all of them. It should be able to be showing across. Okay, and so okay, well, it doesn't work automatically. So I should be able to click here and click here, click here, all these columns. So I think that's 72. Okay, then escape escape. Now if I come to the last one that I've just added, I keep sitting there. It's not here. This one, the bigger one, or the smaller one.
smaller lines and section line.
Oh, really? Serious? No. Detail. See, that's why we don't want to have detail lines crossing what we are doing, because we do not know which one is. So there's a detail line, and this one is. So this one is, oh, this one is a could be. Actually, because of that, I think we need to keep this so it doesn't interfere with what we're doing. Take this. Click. Yeah, there is something that we need to click to remove it. Yeah, just remove it so it's out of the way. All right. So what is this one?
Section.
It's a grid line. Line. Not grid line. It's not. This is empty. we can come back. Because I'm not sure what is happening. I just want to find when I come back. It's what happened. Wondering how this one is allowed. Do you have a bubble around the one? And she has on the move. So that's it.
我当时
So you also have another
老
bubble
师做的就突然
showing detail line. I don't know what it is, but we're supposed to have only one line here. Line. Have two. And this one we recognize because this is a grid line. And that grid line, in fact, we should just remove that lettering. But I don't know what this other one is. At any rate, it doesn't serve. So I think we can hide it in view. Yeah, just hide it in view because we don't need it. And there's another one there too. Another detail line. I don't know what these things are, but whatever it is, don't delete. Just say hide in view.
没有，就是刚才老师不是教 Chloe 做那个 section line 嘛，跟着做一个做。当然了，我就是我来。
Okay.
我也不知道。哦，哎，我懂了呀。这个。哦，你在想？Yeah. Oh, I know. It's the section line and.
Oh, there's a section line down.
Yeah, but I don't know how to move.
Okay, don't worry. So long as you got that section line.
Oh,
Then you can break section line wherever it's coming from. And then, yeah, that frees it for us. Then, but we're interested in this. Whenever you start your design, always do this one.
just I have a question.
Something here too. It's another section line somewhere. Oh, that's yeah, so long as we have an isolated view column to work with, that's all that matters. Yeah.
I have a question. Or don't want to click the finish, so
Yeah, yeah.
just choose that.
So that's right. Cannot be ignored. Okay. Oh, because there are some dimension lines you have put. Okay. And when you delete that line on the slab, that pink line, there are some dimension line you put in some sections. So when you delete anything, you have to delete the dimensions.
Yeah, I delete
the dimensions. Yeah.
Okay, show me again because
Okay, show me that.
Yeah, I choose the one with the architect push. So yeah,
That's your
Mark,
Yeah.
close to
Now it's a green.
So this is a different drawing from the one that you showed me.
Next one.
The one that you
No idea what to do.
do you want to submit for your assignment?
Oh.
Let the architect push.
Lab.
This.
There is no grounds.
Yeah, that's what I want. It's the entry.
Is materials and methods. Yeah.
The rough slab isolated wood file that you want to submit.
Oh, this.
Is that the one?
I'll see if
It's-
it's available next semester.
It's easy, just after just like this course, the one we are currently doing.
But it's not available for next one.
No,
Oh, I feel like there's so many colors it's not available for this one.
Like to the mid semester. So like we can just use green.
So it's, yeah, you're right. No need. So this,
Mark is really good.
Yeah, yeah.
you can just leave it. Just leave it.
And
See the. This. Once you've already cloned this,
Another good thing about
you have
that,
another entry level.
we get
You have another entry level.
detect the student.
exactly.
It's
Just taking either architecture class or
Yeah, you still have another entry level.
there's so way too
And this is a clone version. So we don't actually gonna see thumbs. Yeah. And also removing some. We just want only the grid lines that cross through our columns. And so any other grid line, any other section line that doesn't do that from section line here,
oh.
you just make it cleaner. Yeah. So there are too many here, it's too noisy here. So you have to look at one critical one that is to a section that you want to use, and then the other one you just hide them in view. So this is hiding view.
Yeah.
Delete or hide in view. Just try to the section that you want to
Oh, okay.
answer, because you don't want too many numbers. That's the essence of cloning it.
Yeah. So it's writing so much.
Like this and then. Now, you've already know how to select it.
But I follow your step.
Yeah, yeah. So if it gives you that thing, it's save the dimension. Okay.
I don't have the delete damage.
I think I like
Just choose and I
we like the money in the contract side, but I
Okay, there are some lines that are intersecting. Okay. So can you do it again? Let's see. Try to do what you were doing. Let's see what.
Yeah, yeah, like a
So
subcontractor or something.
edit the boundary.
But yeah, I like the commercial
Isolate.
side of things, not so much the
Slab around.
That is. I like a high paying career path, so it's like that. Yeah, it's yeah, valid.
And it has to be at an offset, so you have to use.
Yeah, it's definitely more.
Click.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, and rates that I approve. And their assessment for
You are in the wrong. Are you
like
within 10?
electrical.
Just wait. Let's see what you've done now.
Investigation, well, how available for the site and like what we need there and stuff like that. Like $300. Yeah.
It should be this one. So that
And I'm like, actually.
I don't know where the line is. I'll just search it with Z or something.
Surely if rates higher than
Just come.
You have to like, oh,
Make sure that
those niche like
that line is
it's like
outside.
it's so
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, and
I
then
like
down,
it
when
fine.
it comes down,
or something, I reckon. So I reckon if you really got something like the contract and the commercial side, you can just, just
Yeah, it's there.
bloody
yeah, you're there.
the
So make sure-
variations and there's
Yeah.
like every time you hit something like, well, what up, stop, rocks in the pebble in the ground.
Down there. Yeah, the dotted line should be.
our piling
That's done.
contractor.
Oh, that's done.
Yeah,
Miles
so
up. They've got to do it. They submitted ITPs
do your
saying that they've done it.
Yeah.
And then
Just want to return here.
dug it out, the ground beneath it.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the pile?
So how do you treat?
This wasn't theirs.
The engine comes back or they just string.
No, we just make the thing.
So Click.
But only by like 50, not even.
Yeah, click.
Twice.
No, no, yeah,
Yeah.
click that. So what one do you want to return again? After
This one.
Cost go.
now click it.
Okay.
The one, click the one.
I thought you didn't. No, I would say.
Now when you come here, which one do you
Because we've
do you
still
want to
got his,
return?
we still got his retention.
Oh, yeah.
He's done, he's obviously,
Oh, no,
so come off last year.
Return.
Return. Which one? Do
So
you
yeah,
want
we just took it
to
over.
return? For the vertical one, which one do you want to return? That's which side do you want to return? Here or the other
And
side?
civil as well, heaps of money.
Yeah, yeah, civil's like, I want to stay in civil, so I'm gonna
Oh,
like,
So I return.
do about
So
residential.
you return this. You've already clicked that.
Oh, I was just
Stand
like,
here.
everyone
You
shifts
also
from China.
return this side. So
So
the one that you
That's all
return,
they do there, it's rubbish,
when
you
you
know, but
like,
you can't ship over
let's
like piling, like
No,
excavation, and like all that stuff has to be done to the side, so.
Yeah.
We say future, yeah, the amount of variations with like ground conditions.
Yeah. And if you're good, like, I feel like we.
Sense out.
To
You have
heat
to
them up
stop.
as well, so just so efficient.
use this
Yeah.
brick line thing.
Yeah. There's a guy.
Bring this line somewhere here.
Okay,
So there's
where's
brick.
He's under.
And we drag that.
And he started off, so, in 2002, when he was,
Or maybe you just bring it
he
close
started
that.
off in Dumbo for the,
Let's just,
he was like, paid to be against NRL and.
having done that work,
Yeah.
4 day.
then we use
Bobcat, 14 grand, that's all he had, is this thing to line it for a truck, and then
10 more.
now he's worth over, like 1.5 2.
Really?
Yeah, so he just like.
So you adjust in civil, like just.
Yeah,
civil
oh,
work?
no, they do everything now,
Yeah.
it's like vertical pieces. Does. You know, it's the quarries that supply the material to his civil construction company,
Yeah.
the civil works for his, land development company, that
Yeah.
do the land development for his building company.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a building company
Right
that gets
up
their
there.
materials from his
Yeah.
factories in Vietnam.
Wow.
It's like, it's
It's all, everything
Yeah.
goes on chain.
yeah, so you know, like how everyone like puts
So you tells you where it's
such
going.
an idea, he's the whole pipeline, so you
Yeah,
just
corporate
undercut
fee as well.
Yeah, you just undercut everyone, and when it comes to like tenders, so
Yeah.
It's true.
it's like, stacking
I
margin.
want to trim now.
That's
Because
crazy.
what if there's a 10 more
After
going around.
5
This
years,
go, this I have to go.
had his trucks in after 5, he's
Now
got
you trim.
40.
Trim for us.
And after
So you've done this
7,
selection.
he had 400 machines,
Like,
so it's
wow.
400, and now he's got like
and
over 3,500 plant machines.
That's mental.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, we're not
so what about them?
doing that.
There's so much money in it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Even Truax started in
That one.
2019 there.
Yeah.
Growing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click the previous one, then
Like we do stuff.
you still need that side. So it has trimmed it.
Yeah.
He's got a development company as well now too, so.
So next step.
Yeah, they
You have job to do. You have to do the nice
Nice
stuff.
to do pretty well.
Yeah, I know that.
While the
Do the
residential
isolation.
doesn't go bust.
Yeah. Well, just doesn't seem that much risk in it.
Yeah, probably also super like for government projects. and
Okay,
stuff.
still continue with your isolation.
Very heavily private, and the developers will find a way to screw it. Yeah.
It does not work.
This is number. Click on that number. So if it is 10 isolation, so you can come here. Make sure that the line is the dotted line is
So.
outside. Is outside of outside. Click outside. Click outside. Click outside. Down.
It
down.
is also.
So these four are joined now. Okay. So what you want to do before bring tick. So escape first. And then use click here. Hold on control. Okay. Okay. Select those 4 lines you've done. After selecting them, you can use copy. This copy here. Copy, and it says copy from where, from the start point, hover over the center line of this. See, and then use it to go to all sections like this. Bring the cursor to of that. So that way you can easily it goes out until you see that triangular. So it's easier to like obviously you can't do it on this have to come and select just like you do this one and then use it to but for now it's just this kind of boxes. So come to the center here, click to the center. Go. So here, triangle. Yes, right. This one is a little bit tricky. Just do one instance of this here. Do one. Still do. Don't worry. Okay, so what happened is that you now click one of these lines, you just do this one. See, check. It's Control C. Control C. Why I'm deleting is to make sure there are no double lines here. Delete. Control C. So I have one line there. So I can now use this string thing. And then click here. So with that now, I can actually repeat the same thing here or just use this thing. Here. So I think it's better for us to additions. Use these two join this side here. So that is that. All right, so you continue with the rest. Here you might this is too close. You just use again. There is outside. Is it outside or on top? Side. Side. Because it's too close, just to only one here. Use to join then two. So you can join this one because they're too close. But these other ones too close. So it'll be the same thing. And one there, one line here, one line here, one at the end. Well, because how many more minutes do we have?
Yeah, which one?
Oh, really? Okay. But what's happening? Discovered that how you it's just it's showing a detailed line, isn't it? Yeah, that
Trying
it
to
has it's somewhere. The detail line.
yeah. I can go through the website.
No, this one is tricky. I think just delete it. Just no.
I know how to remove it.
Which one do you? Which one are you talking about?
Like we didn't try to get the river.
Oh, the river. Okay, let me just do it here. All right. Let's quickly do the rebar again because I think there's a better approach to it. Escape. Now, as I said, when we select one instance of this rebar, column, when you select one instance of the column, then right click. Oh, let me use sorry about that. All right, column. When you select one instance of the column, or now what we call the ball pier, select all instances in view. So all of them are selected. And then we can go to structure and we will go to cover. And when we go to the cover settings, we have selected the 50 cover setting. Now, we still need to go individually. Before I thought because all of them are selected, they should all have the same cover. So this is picking a 50 cover. So you have to go individually, click each one separately. Click. And the other one to click until you select the 7 of them. Okay, escape. All right, you can actually verify it. Maybe if I take one instance of this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, when I select the column, you can come here and can you see all of them are 50-50. So you don't need to do that selection individually here to pick 50. They're all 50. You can maybe verify this other one here, choose another one and click. Oh, sorry, this is not. Yeah, so if I select the board P again, see all of them are 50-50. All right, so having finished doing that, now we go to structure again, and now we go to rebar. This time around, we go to rebar. And when you click on rebar, do you have the rebar shape browser open to the right side? How many of you
Do we have
didn't?
to do select all instances or
Say that again.
do we do select all instances before the rebar thing?
No, just go on structure. You don't need to select anything. Just go to structure and go to rebar. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got that.
So if you go to rebar, what I'm asking you, do you have these things displayed to the right? Who doesn't have that displayed? Because if you don't have that display, that means you've not loaded the structural rebar shapes. So if you already have, Olivia, do you have those displayed?
The cover?
The
I
cover.
cannot get the cover like.
Don't worry, we'll sort it out later on. Yeah.
Select all instances.
You click on rebar. Oh, you don't talk about the cover.
Yeah, so they're all
It didn't
selected now.
work when I did, so I just went like
50. Okay, that's another way. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's another way to do that. Yeah. So there are always various, there's no single way of accomplishing a task in Revit. It gives you multiple options, just in case one option fails. So Olivia's style is actually quite useful again. You know the rebar cover that we did, instead of selecting each individually, you can select all of them once, and then at the rebar cover panel, then select 50-50-50, across all those settings, and then that will give you, in other words, what we are saying is, which is quite important. I mean, this is quite good. Thanks, Olivia, for that. Like when you select one instance of, when you select one instance of the column, yeah, when you select one instance of the column, right click, and then select all instances in view. Yeah, they're all selected now. And then you can come here and make sure it's 50 here, and then the other one too, all size 50, and then all sides 50. And that will do it instead of doing one instance and clicking. So that's it, another optional way of doing it. Okay, now what we're saying is we want to now start putting the rebar. So we will start from here. Please, everybody should follow this approach. Come to the one on the junction of the grid lines E and 0.5 somewhere here. So this external one, southwest. Click on structure and then click on rebar. And then we come to shape, something like a circular shape. I think the shape is, yeah, M_T3. So this is the shape that we want to select. All right. So everybody click on this shape, and just there will be something that you'll be seeing here. Just click on edit type, and you go to 10. Anyone that is 10 millimeter, because let's bring out our schedule and see what it was. It's R10. Okay, we'll come back to copy this to give it a designation. So we have to select 10 millimeter bar there. Type, under the type, pull down the type and select. Did you see 10 millimeter there? Huh? Oh yeah, this one here. Yeah, 10.
Meters.
Yeah, that was what I was looking. Actually, it's millimeter. I don't know how can you see the bar model diameter is 9.5? Bar diameter is that. So now we need to duplicate before you do anything. Just duplicate it. All right. And then we will copy what we have here. Yeah, this one here. From here, R10 leaks. Yeah, this copy what we have here, Control C copy, and we'll come back for the other one as 8HMC thing. So shrink this, and then we will put Control V and say OK. Now we can come here. We can come here and make this 10 millimeter, and then this one too, 10 millimeter. Okay. And then the standard bend diameter is 60. That's fine. Yeah, just leave it that way and say OK. So we have that shape, and it's making that indication for us. Now, it's asking us here at the bottom left, say click within a valid rebar host to place it. We've already conditioned this this place to be a rebar. And can you see it is not taking this for me? Is it working? Is this thing selected for you? Okay, if it's not selected, we have to do something else. Let's go to sub-level. Sorry, I think because of the base plate that I've already put here, I don't want to remove that base plate because there's a reconfiguration to that. Because of the base plate that I'm putting here, it's masking the concrete, so it cannot select concrete. So let's come to sub-level. The sub-level is the level of the base of those columns, which is now above here. So let's go to sub-level here. So when we click on this sub-level AM, now we can see all those. Okay, this has been cleaned out for me. Let's think sub-level, not the AM. Sorry, not the AM, but the sub-level. So when we click here, we're interested in this column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're interested in these ones. So you might have to clone that sub-level, right-click, and say duplicate with detailing. So when you duplicate it, you name it as sub-level board pier layout, like you name it as I've indicated here. Okay, sub-level board pier layout entry carport. The surveyors, or if your site foreman knows how to do set out, the surveyors would like to have this plan, but we are not interested in it. Don't bring it. It's kind of distraction. So this carport, now as you name it, in other words, when you clone this sub-level, duplicate with detailing, and that copy, you right-click and rename it sub-level underscore board underscore pier layout underscore entry carport. Just give it this name, okay? So we'll be able to associate that. Now, we come back again to this particular one. Everybody must be on this level for a reason. So we come back to this. So this can now select the piers easily. Actually, even those, what we did about giving it a cover, we should have actually done it here because this is only the concrete pie that is selecting. So now I come back again, structure, and my rebar, and with the previous selection you made will still be showing. So you can see yours is still reading R10 underscore SMT. So now it says click within a valid rebar. So you bring it here. Something is not right here.
Want us to put the section lines there because sub-level doesn't have section lines.
Oh yeah, it's actually showing. It's actually. Say it again.
Oh, my sub-level doesn't have the section lines. It only has it on the entry level. Where I put them, do I put them on sub-level as well?
Yeah, the sub-level.
So see how I've got these little sections here. Entry level. When I go sub-level, there. Do I have to put them in?
No, if it put it only one instance, that's fine. So it entered for that entry level one.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's good. If you put it,
Yeah.
if it works in your on your entry level, that's fine. Just
Okay.
put one instance there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you go to that section, you see it hanging there. And we're going to do another operation now. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
So yeah.
I don't have the rebar browser.
Say it again.
I don't have the rebar browser.
Oh, then you have to load escape first.
Yeah.
That was why I was asking that time. Say, do you have it? Rebar.
Yeah. Rebar.
Yeah.
And then there is.
I need to choose.
Sorry.
Hey, zoom in on that one. That's the one.
Structure. Rebar. Yeah, can you see somewhere here? Can you see this thing here?
Yeah.
Click on it, it's going to expand it. So if you don't see your rebar shapes, because at times it could be tricky, whenever you click on structure and you click on rebar. If you don't see this here, then somewhere here, rebar shape, there's a wiggle here. When you click on it, it disappears. So if it's not showing, you have to come here and click on it for it to show. Does that make sense? All right. So can you now select this one? All right. So when you select this and it's working for you, and if you bring it to a column where it should be placed, it should be able to show. And then you click and then you place it. And if you place it, can you take one of the, you still have this this section, either on your entry level or here. You right click on one of these sections that you put and then go to view. If you go to view, you will not see, this is what was blocking mine. Can you see that there is something here? There's a line there. Can you see that line?
It doesn't let me select the file to put the rebar.
Say that again.
I can't select the column to put the rebar. It's still got that.
Oh, really? I thought you said you selected it on the entry level. Yeah, like.
Oh, no, I was talking about you had the sections, and I was saying that we don't have sections on our sub level.
Can you go back to your entry level? Is it your entry level?
Oh, wait, this one. Oh, there it is. There.
Okay. So if you are there on the entry level, and then you go to structure again, and your rebar. Yeah. So. It's strange why it's not accepting it. Oh, then maybe there's a problem there. Let's see if I select it and go to edit type. It was also hosting a rebar, so it shouldn't give that problem. Material type. Do you have any material type definition here?
I think we couldn't select as well.
Really? Okay. If it doesn't place for you, this is where we need Ozzy in every Revit class, wherever they are doing Revit, to help us with problem solving. Now, can you then go to one of those sections? I didn't encounter this when I was in my own design. Go to one of these sections across this particular pipe or bob pier. Go to the view. It will give you a section like this. Can you come to this section?
Back to your entry level where we put them in there.
Wherever you put a section, vertical and horizontal, whatever level you go there, just go and click on that section line that you put and come to a vertical section of that instance of that board pier. And make sure you are on that board pier that is to the southwest left, that you are on the one between the grid line 0.5 and then the other grid line. So this is where I want you guys to be. Let's try again. So while we're here, I go to structure and I go to rebar, and the previous one that I had will still be there. And can you see it is trying to place now for me? Can you see that? Now, this is not how I want it to place. So I will come here, use parallel to cover. It may not work because at times, so can you see how it's placing? I still don't want it to this way. I want it horizontal. So good perpendicular to cover until it shows like this. Can you see that? So if it shows like a line, you place it anywhere. Okay. So place one instance there and then escape. Did that work for you? So if you select that one instance, can you select it and then go here, and instead of single, we can choose, let's see what it says there. Is 650, sorry, it's 300 centers. So we want to put it as 300 centers. So we can come to, instead of single here, can you see this layout single? So choose maximum spacing option. So when you choose maximum spacing option, then you type 300. 300. All right. So if you type 300, it's going to position it as 300. Did that work for you? All right. So if you have positioned it as 300, now let's finish all the designs here, and then we can copy across to other ones. All right. So if you have done that, then can I ask you to, can you see all these things that are open here? There is a sub-level copy where we need this level. Any other level that we don't want, this one we might need it. So just choose one of the levels that you want to return, and then delete the other ones like sub AM, any display that you don't want here that is not relevant to what we're doing. Even your entry level isolated, whatever, just remove them from this bar, because there's something I want to show you. Entry level, I already have one entry level, I'm sure. Entry level, I don't know. Okay, I have, just make sure you have only one entry level, and then the board peer layout, I can delete this now because I already have a copy here that I will be copying across. So I don't need that one. So what I want to do is to have limited number 1, 2, 3, 4. Even 4 is too, there are too many there. I just have to remove this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you come to view? Can you come to view and click on tile views? Tile views. Can you see this? So click on tile views. So it kind of tiles your views, and you will be able to, when you click here, hold down the middle mouse and bring it to where you want to center them, because we want to see what is happening in one aspect to reflect in other aspects, to show, like for instance, how this thing is being displayed here. I want to see that in that. Zoom to that column where I'm placing it. This is a column where I'm in the board pier. That's why I asked you guys to focus on the one on grid line E and 0.5. Zoom it so we can see here. All right. So while viewing these two are more important for me now. While viewing these two, I can even shrink these ones. When I need them, I just bring them up. I mean, take those ones up a little bit here. I want to focus on these two views now. Now, if I click on this, it will be selected here. Okay. So if I want to copy this across to other files, I just click here and I will say copy. Can you see this? Copy. And I will now go to the other piles, and I'll hover my mouse over just at the middle there until you see either a center line or triangle. I think the center line is better, but you can, when you see the pink triangle, you just place. Okay, click, and then go to the other one. Maybe after you finish on one vertical line, so you don't miss anyone, the other vertical line is here. Come here, again, hover over the center line until you see a pink place. And then you go right, zoom, hover over here until you see a pink place. And then go down. hover over here until you see a pink place. Until these two remaining ones, you hover again to the pink place. And here, you pink place. Okay, and then you say escape, escape. Now come back again to that first one. Zoom close to this first one here. Okay, so while on here and here, we just want to continue our other design so we can copy across as well. So what we want to do is to provide, you remember what we have here? We want to provide, I think it's better across the other side. We want to provide 6 H6 bars, 200 hooks both end. But I think there's a better way to designate this. It's designated, yeah, this one here. Yeah, copy this one here, okay? Can you come to this PDF and copy? We want to rename our bar with this naming. So 8H16 underscore SM, because the shape of the bar that we want to use must be indicated in the title. So it's shape M, S there means shape, M underscore 00. So now what we want to do again is to go back to structure and now go to rebar. Now the previous rebar will still be showing, okay? So we try to take the shape. The shape again is, sorry, let me find, is shape M underscore 00. So we go to look for shape M underscore 00. I think it's this one. Sorry, that's not the one. Yeah, the beginning one, it's a straight bar, okay? So when you click on this shape, okay? And then you come here and click on edit type. Now, when you come to the edit type, you have to select the H16, I mean the 16 diameter one. Yeah, this 16M, all right? When you select it, you can just leave what it, 15.9 is almost the same, but you can still make it as 16. And here, hook length, EDD hook length, we want to put a standard, this 90-degree hook length, standard 90, this first one here, this standard 90, okay? Oh, sorry, before you make this change, sorry, before you make those changes, sorry, we made a very fundamental error. We must do the first thing, duplicate first, please. Duplicate, and then Control V, what you've copied. All right? 8 H16 underscore S, then M underscore 00 underscore bars underscore 200, and say OK. Now, when that happens, then you come to hook length, edit there under the standard hook length, we change it to, sorry, what was it again? The hook length, that's the cog. The cog is 200. So we change that thing to 200. Standard 90, we click here, it's 250 here, but you change it to 200. And that will automatically change at the other side. And you say, okay. Okay.
We have to change the tangent length or?
No, that automatically will change. When you do one, it will automatically change. So those are the two changes that you need to do. All right. So when you say okay, and when you bring the bar here, bring the bar to this section, you could see it wants to place the bar, but in a wrong way. You keep toggling. Let's choose parallel to cover. Anyone that you choose and it shows a vertical line, it shows it in a strange way. You may not actually see how it is displaying it, but keep yeah, until you see a vertical line. So I chose parallel to work plane. This is one I chose, and it showed a line. Okay. Now it might be happening like this way when you choose parallel to work plane and it shows a line. When you come back next time, it may not be the one. So at times you need to toggle and see the one that shows the position that you want. Then you place one instance of that. All right, place anywhere. Maybe place somewhere here. Escape. Okay. So when you've done that, and the rebar cover is showing, the rebar is showing what the name that you want, then we were told that we need to place eight of those. So there are 8 numbers of those. So while this bar is selected, we will come here. It is maximum or fixed number. Is fixed number. Click on the fixed number and then we type 8 here. Okay. And then there will be 8 of those instances. Okay. And here, can you see how it's been displayed? It's displaying it on a straight line. Now this is where we need to make some adjustments. Okay. So to do those adjustments, we may have to come to this section. Okay. While on this section, that bar is selected now, we have to click on edit bars, this one here. Can you see this? Edit bars, click. Now, when you say edit bars, then it gives you the option of positioning these bars where you want. So use your mouse cursor. We bring one bar here to this point. Okay, bring it close to, because this is now our league. The league, it should be touching the league closely, or if it doesn't work, use a upper arrow and down arrow to put it in the right position. And then this other one, click here. Some people want to do it accurately. If you want to do accurately, you can use annotate. And well, annotation is not going to work while it's still on this mode. They should have used an annotation to put a line at 45 degrees, but you can eyeball it. It's not a rocket science. So continue that, modify. Yeah, continue to modify, so it's going to show. All right, so you take the next bar, and then you bring it to maybe somewhere here. So just eyeballing it, and say if you take a line here to divide this, where should it be? And then use your arrow key there. So continue doing that. This one here, when you click on this line, bring it here, and use the arrow keys to put it that line, and then finish the other side. Click here, drag it to this side. This other one, click here, maybe bring it, sorry. Click here, drag it to this side. Oh, okay. I'll position it eventually. Click here, I'll bring it here. Click here. Click here. Okay, now I can use the arrow keys to position them properly. There's not, it can do it by exact location, but just do an eyeball, to between here, where is the middle, position it there. And then the other side too. Between here, where is the middle, where I've kept it now is just fine. And then this other one too, click, use the up or down mouse key, just position it. Like I told you, if you want to get that exact position, use annotate, draw a line 45 degrees here, another line 45 degrees here, another line 45 degrees, and then put that in the session. But leave that for stick fixers to do. you've positioned this thing now the way it should be. Sorry, what happened? Okay. Now, one thing that is not, I can tick it now. I can tick. All right. One thing that is not clear there is when I click here, click one instance of that bar, it selects all of them. It didn't give me that the cog. I'm not sure it's seen the cog here. The cog is being displayed at the end. So with this selected, we have to come to properties again and look at the hook as start. Can you see the hook as start option here on the properties panel? It is saying none. So we need to put, say, 90 degrees hook at the start. And obviously hook at end, yes, must still show that 90-degree hook at end. And then apply. So if you apply, you could see those hooks are showing. And the fact is they are not being displayed the way you want to see them. So what you're going to do again is select one instance of those bars and edit the bars. So when you click on this one here, all right, you need to rotate it to face this side. First of all, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have work to do here. That's why it's always good to finish one and then you copy it across. So when you select one instance of this bar, maybe I selected the top one, I'll use the rotation. Can you see this rotate? When you click on rotate the bars, now the default rotation is middle point, but we don't want to rotate from this side. Can you click on your bar spacing? Click on bar spacing, then it will ask you where do you want to rotate from. So you position at the base. From the base, click on the base, and then follow the line, where it was before, where it was pointing before, and then when you click and then start rotating where you want to position it, which should be 90 degrees, or just bring it vertically, drop it. So it's now rotating this way. And then you also click on this one, rotate, or just type RO, escape, the space bar, and then start from the base there. Click. First of all, identify where it was pointing before. Click and then take it up. Okay. So if it is pointing up, drop it. Oh, sorry. Be careful how you drop because, oh yeah, it's fine. Now, when I come to this side, I will also do rotate, escape, space bar to start rotating from the base here. Identify where the base is, click, and then go horizontally where it was before, click, and then turn it 90 degrees to this side, click, escape. Yeah, I think that might have done. Something is not wrong. Control Z. Why did that happen? Because I should have clicked on one bar individually before doing that. Yeah, let me do that again. If I click on rotate from here to this side. Okay, let me still leave it that way. Not sure what is happening here. Click, rotate, escape, one escape instance. Click, rotate. Okay, let me still leave it where it was rotating before, and then come this side. Oh, sorry, I need to make it to face this way, sorry. Oh, something is not right there. I'm encountering some difficulties here. It's not supposed to be happening that way. Uzi, can you help us here now? Because
I'm doing some clicking, trying to work out how to do it.
yeah, how to do it is like when you select this bar, I want to rotate it this way. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
facing this way. So when you select it, when you select it, the book says you must first of all click on rotate, modify, click, and then it wants to start from the middle, but I don't want it to start from the middle. I need to click on this space bar, click, and then it asks you where do you want to start your rotation. I want to rotate at the base there. Click and identify the position where it was before. Follow that line and then click and then start rotating it this way. Click. So it obeyed me here, but it's not always obeying. Let me do this other one too. If I click here, rotate, I will click spacebar, come to the base where I want to start that rotation, which is somewhere here. Click, identify where it was going before, click, and then I will take it, I will make it to point this way. This is where I want it to be. It has obeyed me there, which is fine. And when I click on this one, again, modify, I'll click spacebar. I'll take the base here, click, identify where it was going, and then try to position it this way. Click. Oh, because I called Uzi, that's why I started behaving well. So that's good, thanks. So now when I click on this one again, rotate, spacebar, find the base, which is somewhere here. Click, identify where it was going before, then turn the other way around, click. Okay, that's good. I think they are, okay, one more to do. I'll click on this, rotate, spacebar, zoom close to the base, identify where it was headed before, and then make a complete U-turn to this part. Okay, that has been completed. Now, when it completes, I will take one instance and use my arrow key to make it to touch the leaks. Anyone that is far removed from the leaks, this one is shooting away. I just try to bring it within. So this is done now. And I'm not sure what is happening here, but don't worry about it. We'll see how it displays when we take a 3D view of that.
I think the bottom thing.
Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry, I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to be at 90 degrees, 90.
Rotate the bars.
Yeah.
How did you get the bars to rotate individually? Because whenever I rotate mine, they all go together.
Yeah, that's the just escape first, and then take one of the bars, this one here, and say edit the bars. Do you have it?
Oh, you go custom.
Yeah, custom.
Bars.
Yeah, edit the bars. Yeah. So when you click edit the bars, then you can allow you to
do one at a time
individually. So when you click on this now, you can click on that rotate, and then don't accept from that center. Use your space bar.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Then say yeah. Cheers. And then find out the base.
Yeah.
Identify the position it was before. Click and then try to bring it to
the
where you want it to. So
okay.
that will do. And then you go to the next bars as well.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
And but this is the way it should be displaying, but I'm not sure how it is displaying here. Oh, I think what happened was that I had some bars already here. I should have taken a clean or whatever. I had some bars in there. I should try and remove the ones that I had there. That's why my own is displaying this funny, but I'm sure yours is not going to display the way like Yeah, I already have some bars. So yours will display the way it should. All right. And how do you verify that? Let's leave this place and then go to 3D view. When we go to 3D view, one of the 3D views, 3D, click. When we have this 3D view displaying here, we can rotate it, use this rotation line and rotate it to show that to show this and dock it. Now we could see the bar that the one that we're dealing with, which is the one here, will be displayed. Or if I just try to verify that this is the one, like when I click here, you can see how it's displayed here, which looks okay. So forget about how it was displaying at the other side. All right, so it is displaying without those, oh, there's something wrong here. This one is not properly displayed. When I click on that bar, then it tells me it's not displaying the right way. Maybe I need to turn it. I'm not really sure what is happening there, but okay. So what may happen is I might, with this instance, I might click on remove bar. That one, I might just click on remove the bar, and the bar goes. And I may have to copy one bar, maybe, I don't know whether there's any bar here. There's a bar here. Yeah, that one is fine. And there's no bar here. So I may have to take this bar. If I click on this, if that is not displaying well for you, I'm just doing it because it's not displaying one well for me. If I click one instance of that bar, I will use on mirror. Sorry. Also modify. It doesn't allow me to mirror, but okay. I may have to copy from here to here. This thing is getting crazy. I don't have the time for this. I'll just say Control Z. I could actually make it to slide down so I can. Well, don't worry. If you have all the bars showing there, that's all that matters. Let me just click tick here, save. Oh yeah, it's now showing. No, this one is here, this one is there, and yeah. Now, what we might do is, if you can select those bars that if you select one instance, all of them will be selected. You now use your move tool again. I mean, copy across, copy, and you're copying from the center line. Click to enter, move part. You first of all select the center line here, either the pink or the center there. Click and then move to the other sides and position them. So you move here, you click, move here, you click. Mind where you're moving. That's why it's always good to go one direction click, and then the other one to click, and now move to this side, pink at the center, pink triangle at the center, zoom, click, and finally here, or two more here, or the final one here at the pink place, and then escape. So now what we want to do is we just take one instance of this this bar. Before we do that, we need to clone this thing again. The the 3D, right click and duplicate with detailing. So this detail copy is one instance of this. We just want to select this. Select the board pier, and then we will select pile. I did a wrong selection. Select the board pier, select the pile, control, select the pile. So it gives me the board pier and the pile. Then I will do an isolation, and you know the isolation is this one here. So you have one isolated view, and yeah. Okay, then cheers. I could hide this view, this one here. I don't know, delete it, hide in view. Although if I remove this, if I click only the bar, it might actually give me the column. So if I do take this instance and then just do that, it can give me only that without me doing any. So it can give me this view. And with this view selected, I could go here and use wireframe. So it can allow me to see what I've designed more intently. You don't have.
I mean, mine didn't copy around or anything.
But the first one that you started, do you have the rebar, the one that you started with, the one on the southwest end? Have you put the rebars in there? Say that again.
It's not in there.
No, it might be there, but you need to click on this and say, where is it again? Wireframe. Okay, if the rebars are not there, they just bring it to show. And let's hide this view first. Sorry, if this is selected.
Even when I was trying to copy the rebar that I made into the other files, it wasn't going.
Really?
Over there, yeah.
Okay,
It wasn't
just go back and do it. Let's see.
I've got this one. It
Yeah.
went into this one and
Let's see. Sorry.
this one,
Okay.
but not these ones. It wouldn't go in there.
Did you put rebar cover? Did you select it and say rebar
Yeah.
cover? Okay, let's see if we select which one they didn't go through.
So when I copied and dragged them
Don't worry.
into-
Let's see this first one.
But then when
This one here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, did you see the rebar cover there? Yeah, the rebars are there. So it must go. Okay, then see you then. So come back to that first one. Where did you copy last?
So I got them from this one.
Okay. Yours did well. Let's select one instance and then say copy. Oh, where is that? Here. Sorry. Click. And then say where is the starting point. You have to point here, click, and then drag across to, let's say this one is the one you want to position, isn't it? Or this one, anyone. So come here, place, and then the other side too. Come here, place. Yeah, this one is already placed. Escape.
Mhm.
If it's not well positioned, you like the other one. If
'Cause
it's
it
not,
was
if it's, have you put? Okay, you've not put the ring.
circle in
Yeah. So go also copy the circle across. Like when you go to, yeah, this is your circle, isn't it?
Mhm.
Good. So Yeah, so you also do here from the center line, center point, click and then go to the other ones that don't have it. This one has it already. No,
No, this one's no.
it doesn't have it.
So
So
when I
click and then
Oh.
this one has already. Anyone that doesn't have, then you can also click. So that this one you already have. So escape, escape. So when you come back to that escape, when you come back to that view, which view were you working on? That 3D view? This one here. Now you, but this 3D, did you take it from the one that that you have already cloned? I think all of them have reinforcement in them, isn't it? So when you select this, okay, let's hide this one in view. And then click and come wireframe.
It's even highlighted there, and there should be a radar, you know.
Something must be happening there.
That's what.
Okay, then see you. Bye-bye. Stop. So the bar is here. Are you sure this is the right bar? This is 0.5.
Yeah, because when you selected that, that came up blue.
Meanwhile, this section line that is blocking stuff here. Just get this section line out of the way. Possible break it. And even take it away from. Okay. So you can now hide this one. View. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Can you do VG? Why click on that? Do VG. VG. Just type VG. Then look for, this the bars are called structural rebar. Tick structural rebar. Maybe that's why it's not displaying. Yeah. Yeah. And say apply. Yeah, so that was why it wasn't showing. Sorry, I forgot. And then with that selected, you might actually make it I don't know, they might make it a show. No. It might make it, this display is just okay. Yeah. So guys, if it's not showing, if your rebar is not showing at the 3D, it might be because it's not. You need to click on that window and type VG, and then you go to structure, because this thing is structural rebar section, structural rebar. So go to S structural and then make sure it is ticked. Structural rebar. Make sure this is ticked. And also the structural column, structural connection. This is the next one that we do because time is against us now. Make sure you tick this one up on because we want to provide a structural column which need to sit on top of that rebar. And we will do that next week and finalize everything. Okay. What you might do is when you come to the Revit, the island site, where is it again? Content. Here, there is a Revit, Revit library. When you click on this Revit library, there is a miscellaneous items, column base plate with anchors. We need to download this column base plate with anchors. When you download it, then in that download, you double click. So it loads into your program. And we're going to use it to provide that anchors that needs to be on top of the piers and on which the structural column base plate is going to be bolted to. I think we'll continue with that next week.